everybody, and welcome to episode 22 of Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. We have reloaded up Strawberry Dessert with a new set of crew, pretty much as is. We've set ourselves up for another launch window to Duna. This time we have several contracts around Duna. We have a contract to plant a flag. Plant a flag on Ike. Yep, those are the two. Plant a flag on Duna and plant a flag on Ike. So those combined will make us over, I think it's like 900,000 funds. Or something. And now that we've got this thing loaded up, we'll see if there's any other missions we want to take before we launch. I mean, we're all set to launch. We'll just make sure there's any last-minute missions for other people. Nope. That's it. Plant a flag on Duna, plant a flag on Ike. Those two. Planting a flag on Ike is super simple. In fact, someone could do it in their spacesuit if they wanted to. Alright, SAS is enabled, and we are go for liftoff on our way to Duna once again. Gotta get ourselves pitched over to the right angle, correct angle here. Not the best flying in the world there, Valentina, but that's okay. How we get into orbit isn't actually all that important at this point. Let's go ahead and throttle it back, because we are picking up some serious speed, more speed than I had anticipated. A much steeper ascent than I was hoping for. We can adjust for that, no big deal. Away with the booster stages. Just keep it flying nice and prograde. Orbit mode very soon. There it goes. Give her some gimbal to work with. Okay. Well, that's already at 80 kilometers. Certainly hard enough to get rid of this fairing and expose our whole thing. Therefore, we can turn RCS on now to get our ship oriented. As Valentina fishes around for this maneuver node. Come on, girl, you can park it. Looks like an RPG-7. This particular rocket ship does. Ourselves rotated to the correct orientation. stage is gone. And there we go. Go ahead and turn RCS off. The gimbal will be plenty for what we're doing right now. Yes, I need to keep facing up. Probably need to face up more, though. And let's just take it over to manual. Do manual flying. Come on, you underpowered piece of poodle. Get to work. Spending a lot of energy fighting, accelerating against gravity right now, which is not particularly efficient. Should avoid that if possible, generally speaking. But our orbit's looking okay. It's not a big deal. As we know that the main ship has tons of capability on its own. Any moment now, that periapsis is going to be popping out with a vengeance. Any moment. And it looks like we have just maybe barely skirted around refalling back into the atmosphere. Yep, there it is. Go ahead and turn the RCS on so we have more control. Our plane is ugly. The launch was ugly. But we made it in the end. That's all that matters. Okay. Phase 2 of our launch is restart the timer. Phase 2 of our launch. Plan the encounter for Duna. Or the launch to leave Kerbal sphere of influence. Anyway. Somewhere about here. Pull that out. See how it looks. Pretty good. Start. It's a pretty good start. You'll notice it's not giving me an encounter of any kind. It's not even telling me if I'm close. There it is. There, it's telling me if I'm close. That's pretty close. Okay, let's go ahead and turn for the maneuver node and then fast forward to it. And we are reaching the point where it is time to deploy these things. Warp to the next maneuver. And we're set for this Kerbal escape burn. I keep forgetting time warp actually doesn't give me enough time margin for this particular burn. Oh well. Turn off the RCS. We now have the poodle doing its job. 2 minutes and something on this burn. 2 minutes and 40 seconds or so. So we're going to do a multi-hop mission. We're going to land on Ike, come back, see if we have enough fuel and everything to land on Duna, and then come back. Poodle's almost out of fuel. Nuclear engine is go. This is a 6-minute burn. We'll go to mode. We'll go to node plus +1, and then orbit around again, I think, because the duration of this burn is going to be pretty difficult if we're using a lot of the nuclear engine to thrust away directly away from Kerbal, as opposed to building up orbital momentum. Okay, add an orbit to that. Do some adjustments. Yeah, look at that. Our orbital plane is quite off, but we're pretty much out of the descending node, so what I could do is right from here, go ahead and fix that. So there's us being off by 0.1 degrees. .5 degrees. 0.1 degrees. We are getting encounters. Just like that. Visor, get out of my way. A 6-minute burn. almost got this. I need to make sure that I don't miss it this time, like I did last time. Okay. Target position. Well, we'll do that. We'll fix the rest in a while. Next maneuver, 7 minutes, 21 seconds. And at this point, I don't care about the inefficiency of time warping too close to it. We're just going to go. The nuke providing electric charge shouldn't be an issue. So we are off. Excuse me. Toward Duna once again with a 6-minute burn. This time we'll set down and land on Ike, plant a flag, come back. These long burns, single nuclear engine burns, can definitely take some time up. We'll go ahead and go to 2 times on the clock here, so it doesn't take literally a full 5 minutes. Now it's going to take about 2.5 minutes on the physics warp. But one thing we've actually been able to do is we've been able to bake in a plane change maneuver, which means we're going to save a lot of fuel later on. Might just do. Is good enough thrust for escape velocity, and then fast forward to outside the sphere of influence. It's a possibility we could take. Too bad I can't see much of my design right now because it's nighttime. Up, you visor. Two minutes game time left on this fuel, which is about a minute of real time. Or not of the fuel, I'm sorry, of the burn. Fun Guy Man 10 is back. Welcome back, Fun Guy. We are doing a Kerbal escape burn with our current destination set as Duna. We have a mission to plant a flag on Duna and a mission to plant a flag on Ike, both of which are worth a lot of money. So, we'll definitely plant a flag on Duna first. I think that one's worth more money. Well, the Benadryl's kicked in. I'm not nearly as itchy anymore, but I am getting tired. Or getting drowsy. I need to get some caffeinated beverage, like Coca-Cola. Our craft shake, rattles, and rolls a little bit. Do this last little bit at real time. You know what? Actually, we'll shut down the engines. We're good there. Look at this. That's where we were headed. So we're going to warp out of Kerbin's sphere of influence. And then make another correction burn there. Simon McBride says he likes how nuclear engines just burn liquid oxygen or liquid. Yeah, they just burn hydrogen. Okay, now course corrections. Oof. No wonder we were having issues. We're off by 1 degree? Really? Descending node off by 1 degree, so we go ascending to get that fixed. Oops, I'm wrong. We're at the ascending node. We need to go to the descending node. There we go. 0 degrees. Now, let's figure out how to burn for rendezvous. Duna. Coming in faster than us, so we need to go orbital in. There we go. That'll work. Okay, this burns in another hour or so game time. But we'll just go ahead and warp to our next maneuver. 2-minute, 28-second burn. Here we go. So just a little mid-course correction. Theodore's asking why I stopped playing American Truck Simulator. The main reason I stopped playing American Truck Simulator was because I was expecting my Oculus Rift to ship in April. However, I'm deep enough down in the backlogs that the Oculus Rift isn't shipping until June. So I stopped playing for a couple of months thinking that my Oculus Rift would be shipping in April and that by now we'd be doing American Truck Simulator with the Oculus Rift. Turns out I was wrong. So instead, and also in the meantime, Kerbal Space Program 1.1 came out. So I figured in the meantime, while I'm waiting for my Oculus Rift, we'll do the actual Duna or Bust series that I started and then aborted a while ago. And try and get to a point where we can drop a surface base on Duna and then work up to the top of the science tree. And, you know, that'll be season, or at least dropping a base on Duna. That'll be season 1. if not completing the science tree. I'm also really looking forward to Oculus Rift for Elite Dangerous, because I have heard people say online on several occasions that Elite Dangerous is an incredibly good game for VR. Ship sure looks sharp. Really like how it turned out. So we only have a little bit of Delta V to go. Very little bit of thrust while we get that Periapsis down. The more it gets down, as soon as I minimize it, we'll cut off the engines and fix everything else at the encounter. So this has been a pretty straightforward launch to Duna. Go ahead and give the engines a little more power. Oh, this is why they tell you not to operate heavy machinery when you're on bender drills sometimes. It's like seriously becoming afternoon nap time. Oh, that's it. X. Nope. Dang it. Oh well. Alright. Well, we got our encounter with Duna. We're on the plane. Let's go full prograde, I guess. And as our ship maneuvers, that is going to be it for episode 22 of Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. In episode 23, tune in when we reach Duna's sphere of influence and get all of our stuff done there, and then plan our return trip home. If you're here live, stick around. There's more Kerbal Space Program to come.